Hello, beautiful people. Today we are inside Cybersecurity Path, Introduction to Cybersecurity Path, more specifically, Introduction to Offensive Security module. And we have task number 3, which is the last one from this module. Practical example of operating system security. For this, we started the machine of the attack box and the machine that has this practical exercise on. More than that, I just opened 2 instances of the terminal and Sublime Text. In Sublime Text, we'll capture all the information that we will have from the task number 3, but also if we find something inside our computer, if we log into some machine or if we use a service to log. Okay, in one typical attack, the attacker seeks to gain access to a remote system. We can accomplish this attack by tricking the target into running a malicious file or by obtaining a username and a password. We will focus on the latter. After discovering a username, we will try to guess the password. Furthermore, we will try to escalate our privileges to a system administrator. This account is called root on Android, Apple, and Linux system, while on a Microsoft Windows system, this account is called the administrator. Same thing, different name under different operating systems. The accounts root and administrator have complete unrestricted access to a system. In this task, we will try to hack into a Linux system. We assume that you have never used a Linux system before, and we will explain accordingly. We start the attack box, start the machine, right? So we started the attack box, as I said, and then we started the vulnerable machine. On the attack box, starting the terminal, all right, we open the terminal instance. We will cover the following Linux commands and explain them through this task. Who am I? SSH, list, we cat a file, and then history. We were hired to check the security of a certain company. When we visited our client's office, we noticed a sticky note with 2 words, Sammy and Dragon. No one on one of the screens. Let's see if Dragon is Sammy's password on the target machine. All right, let's check that. So we say here, SSH Sammy at the IP. And then we say yes, and we say Dragon. All right, look at this. So we are Sammy, right? So we have SSH. We say here Sammy with Dragon. Then from the attack box terminal, we will try to log to Sammy executing the following command. Right, we did that. So in order to log in via SSH, I made a video about this. You just use a username that you know that is in the target you want to log in, and then after that it will ask the password of that user. The first time we connect to a server over SSH, we will get a warning about the server's authenticity and SSH key. We need to answer, are you sure you want to continue connecting, yes or no, with yes. Please note the following when entering the password over SSH. When you log in via SSH, you won't see that. You won't see that you are typing the password. In other words, when you are typing the SSH password, you won't see stars, dots, or any indicator on the screen that the password is being typed. However, the system still receives the password you are entering. So after you insert the command to log in via SSH, it will bump the SSH key. It will say yes. And then it will ask you to type the password of that user. You will not see, as you type, you will not see that it will complete. In the background, it's still completed. So just type the password you want and then hit enter. The interaction on attack box terminal is shown below. Yes, we saw that. We are logged as Sammy. Who am I is used to display the user that is logged in currently. To list the files in the current directory, we can use ls, short for list. The command will show all the files in the current directory unless they are hidden. If they are hidden, we can run an ls a and we can see the hidden things as well. All right, then we use the cat command short for concatenate, to print the contents of a file on the screen. All right, let's say cat and then password.txt. And here we can see Sami and Dragon. In the terminal below, you see the usage of 4 commands: ssh, whoami, list, and cat. You can see them also highlighted with yellow. We also have the same draft MD from this example. Let's just say cat draft operating system. It's exactly the same. In our brief introduction to Linux, the last command that we will cover is history. This command prints the command used by the user. We have learned about 2 other usernames that can access the attached machine. They are Johnny and Linda. All right, in here we go to, actually let's cat it. Etsy and password. Here we can see our user, we can see Linda, we can see Johnny. Okay, cool. Then we know that both of these users have little regard for cybersecurity best practices. We can use several ways to guess the password for these 2 users. Here we list 2 approaches. If you are not logged in as Sami or any other user, you can use SSH Johnny just to guess and manually try one password after the next to see which password works for Johnny. If you are logged in as Sami or any other user, you can use switch user Johnny and manually try one password after the next to see which password works for Johnny. I will not do that. I will say switch user Johnny. Okay, let's correct this. We need the password for Johnny. It's authentication failure. Then let's continue. Answer the questions below. Based on the top 7 passwords, let's try to find Johnny's password. What is the password for the user Johnny? So John the Ripper, you will see this tool, or Hydra. They just automate the process of guessing a password. All right, for this, let's say switch user Johnny, password 123456. Let's see. Authentication failure, ABC123. Oh, it works. Who am I? Johnny. All right. For Johnny, password is ABC123. Let's list to see what goodies we have. Let's go to change directory. We go to home and Johnny. List again in here. We see cheese and coffee. Let's get cheese. In 2019, Germany was the #1 exporter of cheese. And if we cat coffee, it's just a fact about coffee? Yes. We also see a PNG. All right, let's go. So the password is ABC123. Once you logged in as Johnny, use the command history to check the commands that Johnny has typed. We expect Johnny to have mistakenly typed the root password instead of a command. What is the root password? So we know that we use these commands, which are not our password. But if we check this, we can see, boom, root password. Here we can see switch user to root, and then we have the password. All right, let's try to do that. Switch user to root. We say happy hacking. And now we are root. Pretty cool. If we list, we see the flag. Let's get the flag. You got root. Let's copy this. And let's see what is the password that you got. Here we'll see, we'll copy the password, and here what's the content of the flag. This is the flag, and this is the password for the root user. A pretty cute practical exercise from TryHackMe. Boom, network security is next.